Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here in this new section of Christian lectures. This continues our series exploring the foundations of Christianity in a clear and structured way. In this video, we are stepping back to examine two important questions for the modern world. First, what is the relationship between evolution and Christian theology? And second, how does the gospel shape social and political life? Are these separate issues or deeply connected? Let us begin at the beginning. The Christian doctrine of creation teaches that all things come from God and are sustained by Him. Creation is not simply an event in the distant past. It is an ongoing dependence upon divine will. When modern science describes biological evolution, it describes mechanisms within the created order. It is not, in itself, making claims about ultimate meaning. Conflict arises when science becomes philosophy. If evolution is interpreted as proof that life is purposeless or accidental in a metaphysical sense, then theology is challenged. But the scientific theory itself speaks only about processes. It does not address why anything exists. The Orthodox tradition offers important resources here. The Fathers speak of the Logos, the divine word, and the Logi, the inner principles of created things. Creation is ordered, intelligible, and dynamic. It unfolds within time according to divine wisdom. This allows us to affirm development within creation without denying divine purpose. Questions do arise. What about human uniqueness? What about death before the fall? These concerns require careful theological reflection. The image of God is not a biological trait, but a spiritual calling. Mortality in animals does not necessarily contradict the deeper meaning of human death as separation from God. When we step back, we see that evolution, properly understood, need not weaken faith. It may deepen it. A universe in development reflects a dynamic creation moving toward fulfillment. Scientific discovery can increase wonder and deepen humility. It calls Christians to move beyond simplistic readings and engage more thoughtfully with tradition. The real danger is reductionism, the claim that biology explains everything about the human person. Orthodox theology resists this. Humanity is more than matter. We are called to communion with the living God. And this leads us to our second question. If creation has meaning and humanity has a spiritual calling, then how should we live? What are the social and political implications of the gospel? When Christ proclaims that the kingdom of God is at hand, He is not announcing a private spiritual feeling. He speaks of good news for the poor, liberty for captives, and sight for the blind. The kingdom touches social reality. It confronts injustice. It reshapes relationships. At the same time, Christ refuses political domination. He teaches us to render to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God. Earthly authority has a place, but it is not absolute. Allegiance to God comes first. The early Christian community lived this tension. Believers shared possessions and cared for the vulnerable, yet they did not attempt to overthrow the Roman Empire. Their witness was sacrificial rather than coercive. Throughout history, Christians have wrestled with the relationship between church and state. Sometimes cooperation was possible. Sometimes persecution forced withdrawal. But one truth remains consistent. No political system is identical with the kingdom of God. The kingdom stands above all earthly power. The gospel calls Christians to justice, mercy, and humility. It challenges exploitation. It rejects violence as a path to salvation. It affirms that human dignity is rooted in the image of God. These convictions shape how believers engage society. Yet the church must avoid becoming captive to ideology. When Christianity becomes merely political, it loses its spiritual depth. The Eucharist, not the state, remains the center of Christian life. From that center flows transformation grounded in love. When we step back, we see a unified vision. Creation is meaningful. Humanity is called to communion. Christ restores what was broken, and the kingdom of God is already present, yet not fully revealed. Faith does not withdraw from the world, nor seek to dominate it. It seeks to transfigure it. Christians live as citizens of heaven within earthly societies, bearing witness to a reality that is both present and still to come. Thank you for being part of this journey and this series exploring the foundations of Christian faith. In our next video, we will continue examining how Christian theology engages the modern world without losing its center. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating content like this and sharing thoughtful Christian teaching with more people. Thank you for watching.